Greetings fandom, my name is Andre, and for this video I am going to introduce to my viewers my preferred playstyle on the Nintendo Switch. Now, everyone knows that the standard model and the OLED model of the Nintendo Switch can be played via either dock mode or handheld mode, and because of that, many people would prefer to like have their preferences, whether they would go for dock mode or handheld mode or both. Okay, so before anything else, I would just like to show you the unit that I have right now. This is my Nintendo Switch right here. It is a standard one, a standard V2 over here. It's a good thing that I got the V2 one, which was released by Nintendo like a few months later, because many of the users of the Nintendo Switch, when it literally just came out, like they were complaining about the relatively short battery life that the V1 had, and so Nintendo's response would have to be they would release a newer version of the unit, which had much longer lasting battery life. And the thing is, like I would play with my Nintendo consoles to the very limit, to the battery's extent. Okay, that's how I would play with my Nintendo consoles. Okay, like uh while many of the people, while many of those gamers would prefer to like play like around 1 or 2 hours worth of gameplay, like I played my consoles to the fucking extent. Okay, like I had to play until the battery died out, and so did my friends. That was how they played it too. Like we kept recharging our consoles, and then we kept on playing it until it ran out of battery. That's how we kept on doing it. But it turns out for the Nintendo Switch, I will find it very hard to do that in just one day, because I will admit it has a very long battery lifespan. It can go for like 2 or 3 days, depends on how long you usually play it. But like over here is my Nintendo Switch, currently in its handheld form, and I would just most of the time play this in this form, the handheld mode, because growing up I would always play with my handheld Nintendo consoles, because I would tend to make much more progress with the games, particularly the Nintendo DS. Many of my childhood friends would know that, and and it was something that has really made me accustomed to. All right, like this, the handheld version right here. Like I would only play with this console in dock mode if the battery died out. Like if the battery was running low, I would rush to the charging dock, like take off the Joy Cons, and then just transfer to my controller, and then boom, play it from there. And I don't really play with a really huge TV, because Nintendo themselves have suggested that you just play with a medium-sized or a small TV that you can just play with, like as long as you can see the action that's going on and nothing's blocking the TV. Sure, go ahead, do that one. And another thing that is that since I now have the liberty, to play with with a separate controller, I would do that every once in a while. All right, like the Joy-Con, that I have here, I will just, yes, you can see like the green lights. It means that like when you press it, it's functioning. I'm not going to turn it on, and since I would try to take care of my eyesight every now and then, because I'm not gonna buy myself a fucking pair of eyeglasses because I'd look like a fucking idiot wearing one. I try to be careful, especially if I handle way too much gameplay like that. Like as much as it has given me memories within my childhood days, it has also taken a toll to my eyes. So yeah, that part I have to be very careful from now on. And so I try to play with a little distance, you know, just a little distance, not to be paranoid or anything. Like uh with a separate controller that I have bought. As you can see, the pattern here is red blue. And most of the colored controllers that I saw on the internet were blue and red. And I checked on the stores. I checked on the local stores. I checked on the online stores that would sell separate Joy Cons, and then it turns out the ones that would come in pairs is only red and blue. Like sure, there's a pattern of like blue and red, but like they came separately, and I did not want that. And I even checked Nintendo.com myself, and then it turns out that like, yeah, there is no blue-red Joy-Con that's available on retail, or so for now. Like within the recording of this video, because like I literally checked, and it's just red and blue on the local stores, on the online stores. I checked everywhere, and so yeah, I will have to deal with this pattern for now, which I think is already very nice. And the thumb grips, as you can see, the thumb grips, it's something that I have attached there. It's attached there, okay? Like without the thumb grips, like I kind of realized, I kind of remember how fucking big my hands really are, and so I would try to uh adjust myself by attaching these thumb grips to the controllers. I will show you the handheld console. As you can see, it also has the hand grips attached there as well, and it made me feel more comfortable playing with the thumb grips. That's nice. And as of now, I do not have any retail games that I have purchased so far. Like I would always just go for a Nintendo Switch Online, uh, which is a really nice experience, I will admit. So so to speak, and I hope there will be more. There will be more to come with regarding the Nintendo Switch system and the games that come with it. I've showed everything. Adios. Peace. Goodbye.